All right, Scorpio, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. All right, here we go. Let's see what's in the cards for you. Keep in mind, it says a general reading, Scorpio. So if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. If it don't fit, don't force it. You can watch something else in your chart, like if it's your rising sign, you can watch the video for Virgo. If your rising is a Virgo, if your descendant is Pisces, watch Pisces. So, all right, so here we go. Let's see what's in the cards. Thank you, Ogun. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, ancestors. Give me a message for Scorpio that is beneficial, that is going to help Scorpio out on their journey, life journey. I say amen. All right, let's see. All right, you have the Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords for your overall energy. Crossing energy, you have the Lovers. Man, a lot of people is love. This crossing energy is love, and I'm gonna take it. You have okay. What is the weeks looking like for you now? Oh, I haven't seen the Tower card in a while come out in the decks. the more you shuffle, I guess. All right, let's see what's coming out for the weeks. What is coming out for the weeks for Scorpio? Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, Ogun. Let's help us out. All right, you have the Eight of Cups. Second week of June. Okay, you have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Nine of Wands. You have the King of Cups. All right, let's get up in this Scorpio. What is the clarifier for your overall energy? Because right now it's just telling you that you need to kind of be calm, more calm, cool, calm, and collective when it comes to love. So what else do we have to say? All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Empress. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. And it's toxic. The Knight of Pentacles, number one, he's all about his money. And so, that's why one of the things that describe the Knight of Pentacles, it says that his job is the center of his life. The Knight of Pentacles is always going to be financially responsible, bringing in money, and the whole nine yards. That is his main focus. Not saying that he can't love, but that is the center point. Like the Knight of Pentacles is definitely going to be somebody where if you have them, you would think that, maybe the relationship is not important because they're always making decisions based on their job. But this will be a good provider. This will be a good, protector. This is going to be somebody that, you never have to worry about them doing anything stupid to lose their job and stuff like that. They bring security. And so it's like, if security is what you're looking for, this is definitely a good mate. So this person is financially successful as well. Um, this is the type of person that, follows through on his words and his promises. And he's, somebody that is, like I said, just stable and secure. But it talks about a heartbreak that's getting ready to happen, a sorrow or loss. And it talks about, because the Three of Swords talks about arguments with a lover, and it talks about marriage separation, and it talks about partners being not being compatible. So the Three of Swords is not good energy at all. It talks about someone being cruel. It talks about abuse. It talks about separation. It talks about a lot of, emotional problems as well, and that someone is going to end up being betrayed. You have it paired with the Emperor, which the Emperor, to me, it talks about realization, but it also talks about a relationship between the father and son. And it remind you that you are the masters of your own emotions. That's one of the things that the Emperor speaks upon, as well as leadership abilities. So let's put this all together, because the Ace of Cups is saying that your overall energy is love. So I think that some of you Scorpios might be having problems when it comes to love. And the problem that you could be having is that, let me turn on some, there's too much light. That light good. And the problem that you could be having is that it could be a lot of arguments. This love is not calm. This is not like a calm sea. It's a lot of waves and everything else, which to me is saying that this love could be a lot of arguments. And so your overall energy is telling you that this love, it needs to be more calm. So if you're starting arguments, if you're, doing anything where it's just never any peace in the home and stuff like that, you want to cease this right now, or this is going to end up going completely left field. The Knight of Pentacles is here, and it talks about the person that you're connected with. And I think that one of the reasons why it's a lot of arguments in this relationship is because you have somebody that's kind of like a workaholic. And so this person is always putting maybe projects and assignments before you, but it's like, do we really want to see that as a bad thing? Because Knight of Pentacles energy, it gives you a security that at the end of the day, this person is going to be around to pay bills, making sure that the house is taken care of, and the whole 9 yards, especially now when we're in a era of so many people not wanting to work. People are refusing to work. I'm in HR, and I can tell you how hard it is to fill some of these positions now, because people are they're refusing to work. Ever since the pandemic, they had that, sense of being at home, and most people just want to stay at home. And so it's like having a Knight of Pentacles in this time is definitely a good thing. But you might be the type of person, Scorpio, that you want to spend more time. But I'm like, I think his ways of spending more time than to keep engaging in arguments. It's like, just state what it is that you feel and what it is that you want, and see if you're going to get that just by, just by communicating. Like I said, the Three of Swords, it talks about these relationships, and it's a possibility that if this it talks about arguments, not relationships, and it's saying that if these arguments continue, you might be expecting a breakup. And if you're married, it's probably going to end up being a separation or a divorce. And so it's like the arguments need to cease, or you're really going to end up seeing the energy of the Three of Swords present. You have the Emperor that is just kind of reminding you that you are the masters of your own emotions. It's like, don't let your emotions get the best of you, Scorpio, because it's like, at the end of the day, being mad at somebody for working or being, a workaholic, I think is more things that we can be extremely mad at. And I'm like, it comes with communication, understanding, and trust. If you're offended at this, I think that you didn't communicate and you didn't understand in the beginning. Because when we communicate, it brings understanding. And the more that you understand somebody, you just understand like, hey, that's just his personality. He likes to work. That's just his niche. That's just his thing. And it's like, find ways to support your partner in that, and to also build, to build boundaries. Like, one of the things me and my partner do is we do movie nights. And so it's like, if this is the type of person where he's always working, how about you go to your partner and say, hey, babe, let's do a movie night tonight. And then don't be offended that you have to be the one that bring it up. That you have to be the one to say, let's do a movie night in order for things to get done. It's like, be more focused on him saying yes and him willing to do it with you, and not focus on the fact that you had to bring this up in order for it to happen. You have the Lovers as your crossing energy, and it talks about choices. Let's see what the clarifier is going to be. Because everything right now is talking about love for you. And so it's kind of like, to me, your relationship might be in jeopardy. And the reason why it might be in jeopardy is because it's a lot of arguments. And it's like, listen, people can only withstand arguments for a long period, for a certain period of time. And after a while, they're going to start finding ways to get out of it. You have the Five of Cups as your clarifier, which talks about grief, loss, many regrets, setbacks, and it talks about the loss of a relationship, friendship, or valued possession, disappointment in love and friendship, the end of a marriage or love relationship. You have strength of spirit to endure. So definitely, like I said, the crossing energy is, Scorpio, I think that your relationship is constantly keep getting to a point where it's like it's going to break up. Because your overall energy is saying you need to stay calm in love. It's like, stop arguing with this person. And it's like, especially when what you're arguing about can be extremely prevented if you just take the time to understand this person. And so the overall energy is saying that, look, we don't want to break up. We just need you to be calm. Universe is kind of sending you a message like, look, calm down when it comes to love. But the crossing energy is like, okay, this argument is about to be a breakup, but then it's somehow, some way you avoided it. And then it's like, okay, this is about to be a breakup. Then you avoided it. It's about to be a divorce, but you avoided it. But it's like, stop getting so close. Stop getting so close that the crowding energy is keep coming here, where it's like every time this is about to be a divorce. Like, come on. Like, at the end of the day, understand the person that you're with. The more you understand them, the less arguments you're going to have. Communication, understanding, and trust. Communicate with your lover, and that communication is going to bring understanding. And the moment that you understand them, you're going to start trusting them. So let's say that the reason why you're a little bit chaotic in love, because you're not calm. The cards is telling you you need to be calm. The reason why you can be chaotic in love is because, this person is clearly a workaholic. And because they're a workaholic, you're thinking, oh, this person is cheating on me. Oh, this person gotta be cheating on me. They gotta be, doing this and doing that. It's like, Communicate. The moment that you start communicating and you start understanding, like, okay, this person is trying to reach a goal, like in the next 10 years, he's trying to be the director of operations. And if he's trying to be the director of operations, there's probably like a lot of hours and stuff he got to put in now in order to get that future position. That this person has goals that they're trying to reach. And so it's like, you thinking that they're doing something and they have to work these long shifts and then come home and fight you, is keep threatening the relationship of an ending. It's like the ending is like right there and you don't even see it. It's like really close. It's like one of these arguments that you're gonna have is gonna be the last one, because it's gonna be over just like that. And it's like, just communicate, understanding. The more that you understand this person, where it's like, okay, I understand, babe, he's trying to be the director of operations in the next couple of years. And it's like, okay, now because of that understanding, I trust him. I trust that he will go to work and do the things that he's supposed to do, because now I have an understanding of who he is and what he represents and the things that he wants. And so that's what it is that you have to understand. You have to understand what it is that your partner want and what it is that your partner represent, because this is really, it's getting very close for this relationship to end. Your crowning energy is the 10 of Wands. It's telling you that you need to take responsibility, because if you don't take responsibility, pretty soon a tower moment is coming. A tower moment is destruction. It's abrupt change. And the tower moment is going to be the thing that's going to come and give you wisdom, which is the high priestess. But the thing about it is that tower moment is going to destroy everything you got, bringing it back down to its foundation. And so it's like, why do you have to go through that in order to understand what you're doing? Because once a tower moment comes, it's no guarantee that you're going to be able to survive, or that you're going to be able to survive and keep all of the things that you have. A tower moment is just that. It's coming to destroy. And that destruction is going to bring you wisdom, because it's going to be like, oh, and now I know that's a red, now I know that's a, what is it called? Now I know that's a pet peeve. Now I can do this, and this, but I know that's a pet peeve. Like, it's like, I know that word is a no word now. Like, I should never say that word because it's going to make him blow up. And so it's like, be careful, Scorpio. It just seems like, Scorpio, that you're getting into these arguments and stuff that you're getting into. It's like no. It's like stop getting into these arguments. Let me get another card, because I think those just accidentally failed. Okay, there we go. So, Scorpio, everything about this is just telling you that you need to calm down. It's like your love needs to be a little bit more calm. It needs to be a little bit more nurturing, because keep going the way you're going, that you keep arguing and stuff like that, this relationship is in jeopardy. This relationship is the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, is getting ready to rear his head, and it's already there. The Three of Swords is already there, because the Three of Swords is representing the arguments, and it seemed like the arguments is coming because this person could be a workaholic, and it's telling you that you need to control your emotions. But the Lovers here is telling you that, it's telling you that you're getting ready to lose something, that you're getting ready to lose your partner. And so it's telling you that you need to kind of calm down now, and you need to make a choice to kind of change things. And even the crowning energy is kind of telling you the same thing, that you need to take responsibility, because if not, a tower moment is coming, and it's going to bring, wisdom. But it's like, it's going to bring wisdom in the form of a lesson. in the form of a physical lesson. And even the Six of Cups is here as the clarifier, and the Six of Cups is all about concentrating on the past. And so with this being said, the destruction is going to end up being a loss, and this person is only going to end up being a memory to you, which means that you two are no longer going to be together. They're only going to serve as a memory. That this lesson, this wisdom that you're going to get is that this is going to apply probably for every future relationship. You're going to remember, oh, I had somebody good and I messed it up because I wanted to constantly argue. And remember, Scorpio, if this is not you and this is your partner, by all means, reverse it. Reverse it and give it to the person that it's for. But this is just what's in the energy space. You have the Eight of Swords, which talks about change. I agree. The first week of June, it seemed like change is going to happen, or it's going to be prompted for you to change. But the thing about this is that it's going to be up to you if you change this, if you want this to change. Because right now, I don't see that you're with a bad person. Nothing is in here that's saying that you're with a bad person. It's just for whatever reason, there are arguments that keep happening. And no, it's not saying that you're 100% at fault of all of these arguments. It takes two to argue. So let's keep that in mind. We know that. It takes two to argue. But the cards is definitely telling you, tread lightly. Tread lightly, because this thing can come to an end at any moment. That next argument might be the last time you actually see that person. You have the Nine of Cups. Oh, so see, Scorpio, I think you know that you got a bad attitude or something, because it's saying change is coming on the first week of June, and it's saying that this is a wish fulfilled, that this is something that either you prayed for or your partner prayed for, that you guys want this relationship to continue, but it's like you're asking yourself, why is this relationship so hard? Why are we keep arguing? How am I being seen as the bad guy because I'm only doing this? And so it's definitely change is coming. You have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about recognition on the second week. And so the person that is emotionally balanced in a connection, because the Queen of Swords is someone that's emotionally balanced. She is wise from life experience and can find humor in most situations, no matter how bad they are. There has been a lot of conflict and sorrow in her life, and she's extremely intelligent. The person that is the Queen of Swords in a relationship, they're getting ready to open up, and they're going to tell you how overwhelmed they have been. How they have been overwhelmed with problems and personal issues and restrictions, and they're forced into living by other rules, which means they're going to say, I'm forced living by your rules. I feel trapped. I think that there's no way out, that I'm walking on eggshells. So the person that is the one that the one that is being seen as the Queen of Swords, they're going to speak out. They're going to break down, and they're going to say, look, I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired of going by your rules. I'm tired of walking on eggshells. I'm tired of being forced into everything. So definitely that's going to end up happening the second week of June. You have the Nine of Wands, which talks about defense, and which I think that we'll see what the clarifiers is going to be, because I think you guys are going to end up being, you guys are going to end up being on the defense with one another. And so, yeah. And so, I think that on the third week of June that you're going to be extremely defensive. You're going to end up being direct and brutally honest in everything. And that's the Page of Cups energy. But honestly, Scorpio, that has been your problem. Then it's you need to stop being brutally honest Add some sugar in that shit, because this is what's causing a problem. That your overall energy is telling you that your love needs to be a little bit more calm, because this chaotic arguing every single day, every time you turn around the corner, this is not gonna last. This argument, your love needs to be more calm, or you're gonna end up grieving this love. You're gonna end up grieving this partnership. And the one thing about it is, like, it's telling you, take responsibility, or a tower moment is coming, and it's going to serve as wisdom. And that wisdom is going to be, the person that you're with now is only going to be a memory. That you're going to end up losing this person. The Knight of Cups is a refresher. The King of Cups is a refresher, because it's telling you that understanding is going to come. Whew, let's see what the clarifier is. Because understanding definitely need to be here, Scorpio. Because without understanding, this thing is about to end. You know, you have the Seven of Cups, which talks about cloudy judgment. So I think that you are about to understand that your judgment and your perception of how you was looking at things is off. I think you're about to admit that. And that's going to be the thing that's going to give you, strength. And so the very last one, that's the only thing that gives me hope, is the saying that you're going to end up understanding. But everything else on the board, Scorpio, it's just telling me, it's telling me that there's a possibility Derek is going to end up being a breakup. It's a high possibility. I'm not saying that it will happen, because it's telling you that you have a chance, that you have some time. So you have two wisdom cards that came out. One talk about process. So expectations and process. You need to understand, like, the expectations of this relationship. You need to understand the process. That is going to bring a lot of understanding. And then the second wisdom card, it talks about balanced relationships, self-expressions, and boundaries. Yes, you need to balance this relationship out. Both parties need to have self-expressions, and not just one. Nobody should be saying, oh, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells in the whole nine yards. Self-expressions need to be there, and boundaries need to be set if this relationship is going to make it far. Scorpio, I hope this helped. And it's like, Scorpio, please calm down. No more arguments, because that's going to be the thing that helps this relationship.